Alright, it's now Monday, back in a new week, and I made a big decision. I have decided to join a gym, but not just any gym. This is basically like a Ninja Warrior facility, so a lot of climbing, a lot of gripping, a lot of other stuff, but the interesting thing is that it's got way more than a regular place. It's got, like, see, weight room. It has 24-hour access gym down there, and this little space here, it also has an upstairs, all sorts of climbing options, and apparently they're always making modifications. It has an upstairs area with even more stuff that they're apparently constantly adding to. So the idea is that I finished P90X, still not in the shape I want. I'm doing some of the running. That's not doing really what I want. Also, I still have way too much fat, not enough muscle. I'm not in the shape I want. I want to climb. I also don't want to deal with the climbing rigging and everything like that. There is a climbing facility actually right down the corner from this place, but this is just so much cooler. I mean, it's got climb walls you can free climb on. Everything is free, everything in that sense. Yeah, there's some sort of rigging facilities in other areas, but for the most part, this is just free everything. It's gonna be more like free running. Free climbing, free running, all that sort of stuff. It's the whole Ninja Warrior thing. And I think this will add the kind of repertoire that I need to really kind of bring home, one, the goals I want for my health, and two, the goals that I want for the acting roles that I'll play, that I think I'll share with you all at a later time, depending on verdicts and how things end up, so I don't want to get anyone's hopes up unless it actually happens. So, more on that later. Now we are removing the stove to replace it. It went bad, so now I have to do all that. So close to being done. But because the microwave shares a plug with the oven, Dad's thinking about replacing them at the same time. This is a really old microwave. Doesn't even have a spinner. Now here's the funny part for doing moving everything about. We ended up using my dolly for it. It ended up being perfect to move the ovens in and out. Hey Dad? I kind of have the oven balancing on my knees. Might need help. I can't. Help. Spent all day working on the oven, finally got it installed and working. We decided to hold off on the microwave because we couldn't find quite the right size, and we wanted to be a little more particular about that. So we'll leave that for another day. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can work in a little bit of free climbing and pick up Judith, because she apparently cut her finger and had to go to the ER, and she had stitches. So she needs to be in the presence of someone just in case something happens. I am more than a little overwhelmed right now. I've been here maybe, I think half an hour. Maybe. And I'm already like, hot. And my hands are actually even slightly sweaty. I'm having a hard time gripping onto things. The rock wall, the horizontal rock wall is actually pretty fun. But I'm a little overwhelmed with what to do here. So, I don't know. This is definitely going to be a journey. So the funny thing about installing the oven was trying to reach the gas line hose. I actually ended up having to stand on my head in the process so that my arms were at the proper angle to reach far enough in to be able to connect the gas hose to the oven itself, because it couldn't be installed until the oven was shoved in and it was the very back, and a whole huge mess. But now, waking up the next day, I've got this huge crick right in there, so that looking down or to the right has become very, very stiff and painful. So it's time for a little bit of ibuprofen before starting work. So I got in a new case for the phone. You can see it's a little slim on the sides. I'm a little worried about its ability to contact with the edges, but it's been a little bit annoying, but it hasn't blocked it completely, so that's fine. It's a 2-layer setup with a soft and a little bit harder base. I really like the brushed metal look, but keep in mind this is plastic, this is not metal. As you can see here on the inside, it says S8. What's nice is this is technically 2 different parts. There we go. So yeah, 2 parts. It's a harder part. It is plastic though, so don't get fooled by that. And then we have the kind of more rubbery, silicone-y type insides. Although really, I think this has more to do with customization than it does actually like hard versus soft, because there's actually a lot of options between this color and this color, but I liked this combo. Honestly though, the biggest downside has been that part right there with the fingerprint scanner. Because it's raised like that, it takes some getting used to get the finger in there just right to read the fingerprint, but that's really kind of the biggest downside. In case you're interested, I got it on Amazon. It's a widened case. There wasn't really any reviews on it yet since the S8 just came out, but so far I am satisfied with it, although it's not quite as poppish as it shows on the picture, but that's okay. Yes, I am still working on this project. I got a rough draft to finish to send in to her, and then I'll finish it at some point anyway. I got most of it done. Looks pretty cool anyway. It's got some gaps in it. Coverage problems.
Financial responsibility, if I can get you to sign on there as well. I don't know words to the song, but I get it right.
Hold your arm like that. Uncross your legs.
They cross
there?
this joint and then they go up.
They're under there like that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking on top here.
Wait, ow! They're on top too, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was cleaning the kitchen because I wanted to be a productive cripple that day. And I was washing the microwave plate and a pot lid. And the pot lid started to drop on the floor. So I went to try to catch it with the microwave plate. 1 minute the glass was there, the next minute half of it was in my hand, and the other half was gone, shattered on the floor. And I remember up to that point, I don't know how my hand got cut. I didn't know it was cut. I just I felt something dripping on my leg, and then I look at my hand, and like my hand's covered in blood. My leg's starting to get covered in blood. There's blood all over the counter, the floor, and I like pick my hand up just to look at it. Like, this is stitches. So then Peggy and I went to the emergency room. I got stitches, and they were pretty convinced that I severed the vein, the tendon, and possibly the nerve. And that's where we are right now. Your accent, where are you from?
Oh, I wouldn't. I'm from South Africa originally.
Oh,
I've lived
okay.
here longer than I lived there, but I kept the accent.
I'm really
So-
curious how that happens.
I'm going to just give you some support like that, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, can you bend the tip of your finger at all? And straight. Just try. Okay. I want you to bend. Okay.
Going in hurts more than going
Relax.
out.
Did they say in the ER if you had cut a tendon?
They were pretty sure that I was. I did because they were asking me straighten and bend before the stitches got put in. And
Well, it shouldn't be a problem to straighten it. It's just really important for me to see if you can bend there because the difference between surgery and none.
Okay.
Okay, so can we try again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to give you some support up there. All I need is to see a jog of motion right there. Okay, relax. Looks like you can.
It's like the gauze on the bottom, then it has like the sticky stuff, and then it has like the finger sock, and then it has the thing, and then it like it's sealed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It'll
no
get you till
surgery.
Monday.
Yeah, and then surgery. Whoop, whoop. Well, how pathetic does this look? Whoop, whoop.
Mm. You'll be going into Twilight for the first time.
Let's not crack any jokes about that. I'm really worried about going under. But
There's nothing to be worried about.
if you're not there with like flowers and stuff, we're done. So serious.
Oh, I gotta get it. Oh!
Did you actually slaughter your hand?
Please.
Okay. Has he nibbled it on you?
Yeah.
Aww. Oh. Don't make him come after me. Did he bite you?
Yeah. Har, 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 yee, yee.
Did he actually get you?
A little bit, lightly. And he's sitting on my hand now. So I'm not really happy with the VA right now. Judith spent the whole day there, and I was working, so I couldn't be there with her. But they just spent the entire day giving her the runaround. And I'm so tired of this. The entire time I've been with her, this is the reason that her injury has gone nowhere. She's a retired vet with a spinal injury that has gone improperly diagnosed. I'm sitting there next to her when she's in these visits, and it's like, it's guesswork. Oh, well, it sounds like it might be this. They won't run the proper tests. They won't do what's necessary to say, it is this is what's wrong, here's our plan of attack. You go to any medical professional, real doctors, they'll get that done. No, they just want to guess and throw pills her way that they're not even sure are going to work because they don't even know the proper diagnosis. And now we have an acute case. An acute example of what she's been going through for the past 2 years. Because we know exactly what's wrong. We've gone and seen real doctors. And they say, it's this. You have this time frame to get this done. We need to get this done on Monday. And she spent the entire day, and they gave her the runaround, and they just wouldn't sign off on it. They said that they didn't have room to deal with her for like 6 months, and if she doesn't get that tendon surgery done in like minimum 2 weeks from point of injury, she will more than likely have permanent injury to her tendon and nerve. The longer she waits, the more the possible damage. This VA has already had a huge scandal with its wait time. And it's all a farce. The whole VA hospital BS, it's not real. It's basically like the TSA. It's medical theater. It gives you the impression that they're doing something, but really they just kind of juggle you around, play guesswork, and it's like a bunch of people walking around playing doctor all day. They don't really know what they're doing. I'm just so angry with them right now. I just finished watching Rogue One, and I'm kind of angry right now. It was a good movie, don't get me wrong, but it was dark. And I'm a little upset by the direction they decided to take, especially messing with the whole trailing intro. I guess no spoilers, but I have feels, and I recognize it as a good movie, and it's a Star Wars movie, and I've grown up with Star Wars, but I'm still a little angry with it. Yeah. So I had a package come in today, annoyingly, which may sound crazy to say, but considering I'm having a little fight with Samsung right now about the whole $99 upgrade package that I was supposed to get. This was free for pre-ordering my S8, but I was trying to get this really good deal to get a memory card as well. But in any case, so this is the VR piece. It comes with a controller. You do have to assemble pretty much everything, including even putting in this little guy, which is kind of annoying. Putting it in, I am actually impressed by this. So this is a USB-C, of course, since the Galaxy S8 uses the USB-C, but it comes with a replacement, or like an alternate one that you can put on, and this is actually removable, and you can swap it out with a micro USB. So like if you want to use the Galaxy S6 or the S7, that'll fit in. So that was actually a really neat feature. Of course, it still has the touchpad on the side, although it's missing kind of the side parts, which I kind of liked in the white version. But overall, though, this is really, really sleek. And with the S8 anyways, the motion detection of looking around is actually really, really good. To some degree comparable with my View. One quick note, by the way, guys. You cannot actually fit this on with the case. You do have to take the case off, unless it's like one of those super, super thin cases. As you can maybe see right here, it's too thick to fit in. So I know they sell some really, really super thin S8 cases, and maybe those can fit on in here, but with this, you do have to take it off first if you want to fit it in. As far as once you do have the case off, sliding it in is super easy. I'm doing it one-handed, which is a little tough, but it's already activating. Yeah, doing it two-handed is super easy, but the fact that I was able to do it one-handed at all is pretty good. Now, of course, it's not gonna... Hey, look, we're looking around in VR. Okay, time to enter VR. I really actually like the addition to this. It's not as good as those guys over there, but for being, you know, a mobile VR piece, it's actually pretty cool. You can't lean to the side or anything like that. You have pretty much a sitting center point view. Really cool being able to watch Netflix in here. So annoyingly, you can't capture Netflix while you're playing, but to kind of give you an idea of how it works. So look, there's a TV there. I mean, you're basically sitting on a big couch. Now the coolest part about all of this is the fact that the ambient light changes depending on what the screen is projecting, which is just really cool. So unfortunately, I can't figure out how to do audio just yet, so I'll just voice this part over. I'm just kind of testing out some different apps. This is apparently an avatar creator, showing my movements. And it's pretty cool in that it has some options for creating different kinds of looks. I'm not exactly sure what the creation of the avatar would be for. So here's a game called Land's End, and it's all look based as far as navigation. So you look at a spot, you move towards it. It has a pretty serene soundtrack, and it's reminiscent of that whole kind of Myst feel. The mysterious land revealing a bit of its history and story and whatnot as it continues through the world. Obviously, you're kind of the only one there. Kind of along the lines of Abzu and similar games. So this is as you can see up ahead, a puzzle game. You always start in the triangle, and from what I've been able to guess, the trick is that the lines can't cross. I never crossed them, so the texture is very interesting to look at. It's always fun to watch the stairs as you go up too. And then suddenly there's the cliffside. So in order to charge up the circle, all of the different dots have to be connected. And also, if the dot is too far away, it won't be able to reach. I'm just going to kind of show you all the first chapter, since it's the most simplistic. But as you get later on, it'll get into kind of literal puzzle making. You have to kind of jigsaw some pieces together, as well as getting into physics engine as you're able to move different items around. But I definitely enjoyed the scenery. The ending was a little... I felt a little used. You'll have to kind of play it for yourself to see how you feel about it, but as the character portrayed, I feel kind of used. I felt myself getting kind of sassy near the end. Especially since they decided to create light sources to illuminate different areas, but they're the invisible type that you create in graphics. But usually you do that in combination with a light source that you can see, but they didn't take the time to actually create one, so the light sources are literally coming from nowhere. So as far as actual game design, that was kind of the one thing that super bothered me. But as long as you don't care about that kind of thing, it's a pretty solid game, if a bit short. Although, to be fair, when it comes to VR, and especially mobile games in general, shorter is usually better. Alright, fine, yeah, let's get sucked into the black hole, why not?
Because you're a chihuahua? Do you want tacos because you're a chihuahua? Huh? You want tacos? Do you want tacos because you're a chihuahua? Huh? Do you want tacos because you're a chihuahua? What do you want? What do you want? You want beans and rice? You want beans and rice? Do you want beans and rice, Andy? What do you want? Oh, are you excited? Are you Deadpool? Are you Deadpool? Whoa!
Oh, to me and Jesus, my Savior forever. He sought me and bought me with His redeeming blood. He loved Him, I knew Him, and all my love is to Him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing flood.
Horrible if you fit their criteria, their stereotype.
I turned it into mush.
I do that with all Mexican food. You should have put nuts in it.
No, no nuts. I'm nutty enough. Nom 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 nom
Are
nom.
you trying to pet the cat?
No.
Can you pet the cat? Oh,
if
he's
you
just
want-
staring at you though. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Like for real?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
See?
Point to the biggest can of the kid on the face, the kid's face can that you made. How can you see me? Are you just using the...
Pass through camera.
Oh.
What's the matter, sweetie?
You put me in this stupid VR thing.
What are you seeing?
Oh, this is my glasses. It says, don't look away, and there's a sign in my hand.
I guess.
Something just opened.
Put the-
Oh god, there's a no. Chris crawling. No. Please don't let me do this anymore. I don't like this. They're crawling. Yes, please.
What's crawling?
On the ceiling. There's...
What?
Oh my god! So the picture just turned like hella demonic, and there's things crawling, and there's like a Krista, there's just...
You definitely would not like this part, Judith.
Why? Because someone put me in a...
poisoned me, I think?
So you put your girlfriend in a scary VR game, didn't give her any context.
I thought it was going to be a ghost, Judith. I didn't know there would be a spider in there.
Uh-huh. You put your arachnophobic girlfriend, who is
Why
also...
is there a phone right there? What am I supposed to do with the phone?
You call 911 and they're like dispatching people to your location.
I would look down if I were you. Oh my.
What is there?
Nothing.
Like,
There's a big pit. And
Well-
it goes way down. Like I'm sitting on this chair with no floor.
that's interesting.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh? What's the uh-oh?
A lot of laughing. The dude suddenly stopped talking after the laughing started happening. And the picture is back, but it's all scratched out. And now the painting's
What?
A face came through and just went straight at me. Now I'm
Uh-huh.
hearing what sounds like nom nom nom.
So should we put our girlfriend in scary VR games without telling her what they are?
Yes, because that is kind of funny.
What? Me almost throwing up because a spider popped up above my
if
head.
it
It's not
wasn't the
funny.
spider thing, other than that, it would have been fine. And that'll do it for the week. Started out pretty promising, got dark pretty fast. Things are looking kind of grim for the surgery, but I have hope that it'll all work out. We're just going to try and press hard next week, and hopefully everything gets sorted out. I don't know, this week was a mixed bag, so take it for what it's worth or whatnot. And in the meantime, I'll see you previously.